What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Tor about to come back with another hot one. And tips and tricks video. Not requested, but I wanted to put it out there only because I thought that it would be pretty cool to show off the moveset that Jillian Yamashita has. She was supposed to be here, but you know, she had to be with her sister in Japan. Totally understandable. But in the meantime, I'm gonna do her job and pretty much break down her moveset and pretty much how she's been getting by on the island. There's a lot of like nuances pretty much to the whole moveset itself. She's like a mix of pretty much Jordan Grace with like Soul Ruka and Io Sky, but for the most part, what I'm going to be breaking down today is going to be her standing attacks, pretty much like neutral, her diving attacks, and her signatures and her finishers. I use all slots for signatures and finishers. You're probably wondering why. I'm going to break all that down for you and show you a couple strings that I have and that I've created over time and was able to utilize to become better at this mode, along with the badges, because combination with those two is really important. Alright, so the first thing we're going to start talking about is the standing attacks. So with neutral, you want to do things where like it puts you in position to be able to get a quick hit, and they're quick, but also keeping you at good distance. As you can see, the jabs are fairly fast. The slap is kind of like coming from under, and then also the counter too as well for the legs. I have it away for the legs because you can be able to back up and then be able to toss the leg out. Won't even be able to expect that coming. And as for her toward attacks, I have it as Triple H1 mainly because for the loop there. Seth Rollins 2 for the standard for neutral, mainly because I just feel like Seth Rollins has the better string in the game. And then your next two, so pretty much Goldberg 2. That's what I've pretty much been using for the most part, and also kind of doing stuff like this, which I'm going to show you guys right here real quick. Standing light, neutral, back, and then I went into a string, my back string. Originally I started off with a jab, but then I went into a back string. So stuff like that, you can be able to mix people up because they're going to be one to press X, but they're pressing Y. So nice little mix up okie. A lot of my combos go into knockdown. Mainly because just put yourself at a better advantage. But there's one out of the three that I have in these loops, or one out of the whatever, like this Bana Rush, the Acellular Rush, for example, RIP, you can be able to use as a loop to be able to reset and then be able to go into something else. And you could be able to rock, paper, scissors. You want to go into a grapple, do attack, you could do an attack, and so on and so forth. And also practice the counters for some of these things and some of these moves, because you may find a gap in there, and the only gap pretty much puts you at a disadvantage. So you want to have stuff where it only has like one gap where it's literally countering for the move itself, if it's a lighter or heavy for that matter. So right there, this move right here didn't even have any counter windows, so I was like, all right, cool, gonna put that in arsenal, so on and so forth. And my left and right for lights is mainly for strikes for reset. And then I have some others for knockdown, like pop rocks I have for like down light to be able to get like knockdown, because you think like when you're pressing down, obviously you're gonna be getting a knockdown. So, and here's where the money is, the strong attacks. I have the palm strike, overhand chop combo, mainly because for reset. Super kick, that super kick specifically, super kick 8, because it's really good. I'm gonna show you why. And then blackout 3 for a reset. So here's why super kick is really good. You can actually do a reset. If you're close enough and you're holding the right stick up, you'll get a reset like that right there, which is pretty sweet. And now I'll show it actually in a match on the island. And I'm gonna be doing this pretty much showing like against computer, and then I'm gonna show you against real people, and then I pretty much set it up where they did a counter, and then I pretty much went right into, so here's the neutral, overhand step combo, chop combo, boom, boom, boom. Now we're at a reset, which puts them at a kneeling state. This smack is actually light. They roll out with a counter, and I go straight in for a free signature. So if you can be able to do all that and put all that together, you can be able to do strings like this. So stuff like that, right? So now I'm gonna go into diving attacks. I'm not gonna go too much into them. Kind of combo this with like taunts, so they're kind of one and the same mindset wise. So you want to be quick. You don't want to be like in the air, like, you know, like Swanton Bomb, Jeff Hardy, and all that. Like those moves get countered fairly fast because you can see them coming. You want to have moves that are quick. Like coup de grace is really good. Reason why I'm gonna show you guys right here. The reaction time for it. You got to be fairly quick for it if you don't have your stats all the way up. But if you do, you can be able to counter it. And I'm going to show you how it's a good counter. You're still put at a standing restate, like standing state, like a restand. But you are delayed a little bit. But you still have room to be able to counter. So if they're going for like a standing strike or something, or a running attack or a finisher, you can still counter in that moment. It doesn't put you at like a disadvantage, which leads me into my next thing. 5-star frog splash, broken AF. There's a slight delay on when you need to press the button for it. Doesn't matter how many attribute points you have on it, it will catch you if you're not like paying attention. You can be able to use that to your advantage rather than just, you know, mashing the button when you get to the top rope. You can be able to delay it too, so that helps out. And this is all a part of Jillian's game plan when she gets on the top rope, is quick, get at it, or mind games. And I'm gonna show you guys pretty much in a little bit how that works. But after a point, I was getting mad because I couldn't counter it. I had to counter it over and over.
She's looking to go top rope here. Look out! Through the air, and connects! Making the climb to the top rope. Launching. Whoa, look out! Putting it all on the...
Alright, so now we're at the final part, signatures. Signatures and finishes. I use all the slots. This is because I use like every position possible you could think of, like forward, like standing forward in front of them, behind, which I have my super set up. You can be able to set up your super by looking at the bottom right with the right trigger or R2. And I have one against the ropes too as well, because that can catch people off guard. People are not going to expect you to have a finisher on the side of the ropes. A running attack too as well, running attack specifically, and then I have one on the ground. And that also goes for my signatures too. So when you combo all of this in mind, like you're making your opponent having to look for a lot, you know, so they're not gonna know which type of move you're gonna be going for or at what time. And here's a good example.
And she has been taking hit after hit in this one.
Yeah, she's in real danger of being put away here. Stop after stop after stop. And evades the attack.
Oh, a flurry of strikes. She countered that into her own offense.
Propped up in the corner.
Ooh, one step ahead there. Takedown, and now punches rights.
Ooh, just relentless. She knew how to evade that. Flipping into a cutter.
Oh, this could be over. 2 count, kick out. She still has life.
How this match is still...
These men leaving it all on the line.
No stone being left unturned. From out of nowhere.
KO!
That'll keep you out for good. Kick out there. Not only unlikely, downright extraordinary.
And it may just take going to the well one more time with that maneuver to gain the... Sister, oh yeah, good night.
No way he's getting up from that.
There's 2.
So that last one was more like an example, more or less than anything else. But that's pretty much it. That's the rundown of Julian's pretty much game set, mindset. I could go into detail about like the running attacks and everything, but I mean, honestly, I pretty much gave y'all free game, so it's like you can kind of figure all that out. Keep in mind also, I do know that this, excuse me, this play style that I'm pretty much showing you guys can be, you know, the new meta. So trust me, I've already thought about that ahead of time. So I'm gonna have a meta against the meta. So that's pretty much it. She's really like a rush down, really more so like in your face. Force you to make mistakes and capitalizing off of those mistakes, and then if you add badges involved too as well, you pretty much got, you know, well-oiled machine. But yeah, man, I just wanted to also just come through and just tell you guys that I appreciate you guys. I just wanted to go ahead and drop this quick video for the breakdown of Jillian. I'm still working on Aiden now. I still don't really have an idea of really what I want to do with his like game style or play style. So I'm gonna be making that in the future because he's more like a high flyer. So like there's a lot more to that, along with badges and all that too. So anyway, near or there. I'm gonna be coming back with more WWE content in the future. Just right now, just wanted to show y'all this, and I'm gonna start coming up with some more creative stuff in the near future. Well, till then.
There is no coming back from that. 2. And a big victory here tonight.
It's been your boy Tor. Catch you guys. Peace.
Quite the win for her here.